on, Bulldog Nation, man? What's going on, man? It's your boy T-Tuck. And as I said, man, we starting off the new year right, man. Fresh with a Bulldog Report, Let's Talk podcast, man. And it's only right, that my first guest be my big brother from another, Chris Young, in the building, man. C.A. Johnson graduate, Zaza representative. You already is, man. South Carolina State, man. Y'all stand up for my boy, Chris Young, man. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Thank you. What's going on, Tuck?
Hey, man, listen, man. Once again, man, thank you so much, man, for coming on the podcast. For coming on my platform. Not only that, but for just, when I call you, you always showing up. But before we go further, let me pay some bills first. Let me get a shout out to Lost Letterman, man. Lost Letterman podcast, man. They are sponsoring the first show tonight, man. Listen, if you guys don't know much about them, Lost Letterman, look them up. Listen, man, you want to know about the latest and greatest high school basketball player, football player, basketball, collegiate, you name it. The best high school coaches from high school. Listen, look up Lost Letterman. I'm telling you, look up Lost Letterman, man. They are the one source to follow. You can follow them on Twitter, Facebook, the Gram, you name it. But look them up and follow that page, y'all. All right, now let's get to it. Once again, Chris, man, thanks again, bro. You doing all right?
Hey, oh yeah, man. How about yourself, bro? I'm doing good.
I'm blessed, man. I know you had a busy weekend, man. So, once again, bro, I truly appreciate, man, you, carving out some time. So let's get right to it, man. For those who may not know you, for those who may be living up under a rock, man, you graduated from South Carolina State when?
I came out in 99, and then I came back again at 05 from the master's program.
Okay. So for many of you, who may not know, man, you guys came to homecoming, and some of you may have left the homecoming with the best experience of your life. That's because you were hit by the Zaza experience. Yes, you were hit by that Zaza experience. Everybody was talking about it for the past few years. But let's go back to the beginning of the Zaza experience. Yeah. What went into the making of that?
Man, believe it or not, it came through a conversation, man. It was actually my 20th anniversary. It was spring 98's 20th anniversary. I had just came back to homecoming I hadn't been back to homecoming probably about like 8-9 years, bro. Life, work, all that stuff. So it was our 20th. We came back, and really the whole concept came out of a 20-minute rant from one of my pros, 88, Reggie Eady. I have to give him the credit because they were celebrating their 30th anniversary. It was spring 88, 98, 08, and I think 78. So it was like right after the game, we was on the practice field. It was kind of rainy and whatever. So me, him, I think 92 Steve Beatty, and it was another older bro, and it was just us four. And we were just talking. It was like, he was a little saucy, but he was saying, yo, why are y'all over here in this corner with a tent? Y'all tailgating over here. My line is over here tailgating. 08 is over here in another area. We all on this practice field, but we not together.
Right.
And I said, I never really paid attention to it. I just came back. This how it's always been. We just the brothers out on the practice field. He said, nah, we need to be doing something similar, big. We all need to be together. We can all fellowship, celebrate. Rah. So I looked at it. He was talking to me because I was the youngest one in the circle.
Right.
So I looked at it and I said, you know what? Maybe that's something we could do. Fast forward it, the thought stayed with me. And I said, you know what? Let me see what I can do about it. And then COVID happened. Mm-hmm. I think that's when the schools in 2019, everything kind of really started to really slow down. But in that process, that whole year, we I just started planning. I mean, I planned a whole year nonstop. So we got a team together, we kind of planned, and when homecoming came back on, we say we're gonna just do it. We're gonna see how it worked. The first year, it was really like a test model. We just had one big tent, we brought everybody together. A lot of people really liked that very first experience because it kind of brought everybody to the practice field and everybody was together. So that kind of started it. That little 20-minute rant by Reggie Eady, it just kind of took a life of its own. So that's how the whole concept kind of morphed into what it is now today. The following year, we followed up with that. We added the second tent because I had to see it. I had to see it before I can really envision what to do with it. It was a thought in my head, but once I saw it the first year, I can kind of craft it out, and that's how we kind of build it out to where it is today.
But listen, man, it has grown to something gigantic. You know, so I had the opportunity to attend each year, man, and I've seen it grow tremendously. From just bros attending to now, just about everybody that comes on campus has to make their way, like they make it their business to make their way to these outside experience. But for those who don't know, you started out with literally just the the day party doing, or the tailgate during that Saturday, but then most recently you switch things up, so now you have something going on.
Basically, man, and once again, it came through an indirect conversation.
Right.
The first year we did it, the state club. I'm gonna give it a backstory. The state club. That's when we had Dr. Clark. Dr. Clark kind of said any support arms of the university or athletic department, we couldn't do anything on campus, yada yada yada. Right. So they had a event where they do every year. It's called an oyster roast. At the time, it was doing an oyster roast before they changed to the fish fry. So they didn't have a general location. So they was like, "Yo, can we use your tent Friday night?" And I'm like, "Nah, not really, because this is our first time doing it. I didn't know the ramifications of what would happen if we let someone use the tent prior to us going in." So long story is, to circle back, that thought just stayed with me. So we didn't do the oyster roast with them. We went on, we just did our Saturday event. But what I looked at, I said, you know what? When we come back to Orangeburg, before we was doing anything, everybody just goes to Applebee's. You know, you come to town, everybody go to Applebee's, or they had this little meet and greet they used to do at it's like a little small bed and breakfast, I think. Used to be somewhere around the campus. So we really had no true destination for coming back to homecoming, other than we know we're going to the game on Friday. If you come in town early, you go to the Applebee's and you meet people, and that's what it was. So we say, you know what? Those tents are going up a day before. You know, they're coming in almost like 2 days prior to homecoming and setting that stuff up. So it's like they already set up. Why don't we use them to create an event to bring everybody back to the campus? You know, give them something to do, give them a reason to come back, you know, on time, or come back on Friday. If I come back on Friday, I really got something I can go do now. I can come back, I can fellowship with people, I can meet people. So that's how it morphed. It started from a conversation with State Club that it just transforms, like, hey, we gonna repurpose the tent. We use it on Friday, then we just transform and get it ready for Saturday. So that's how that came about.
Wow. Listen, man, that Friday night.
Oh yeah.
People, you got to be a part of that experience.
That's a whole experience by itself.
That is a great warm up to
that's a prelude to Saturday, man. It's a prelude.
Right.
It's a prelude. So I mean, people, you know, for the last 3 years, people enjoyed it. You get a comeback, you get a fellowship. We set it up like a club. Like, you go in there, it's a club atmosphere.
Listen, man, I've had a great time each year. You know what I'm saying? Seeing former classmates, man, and family members, you know what I mean? And just people that you've, you know what I'm saying, grown to actually know throughout the years. And
right.
Time. You know what I'm saying? It's no foolishness. You know what I mean? It's no BS going on out there. You know what I'm saying? We all having a good time. It's food trucks out there as well. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I think it's a great situation for those who want to come that Friday night. You know what I'm saying? They have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And because it's a great segue to that Saturday. And I
right.
think that you guys have something phenomenal going on. So um, you've never been a hater of mine. Never stopped someone from shining. No matter what no matter what parts of what you know what I'm saying, walk of life they may come out, or no matter what uh fraternity they may be a part of.
Right.
These past couple years, you've had some competition with the Kappas, and they 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 have set up their own little thing.
Yeah.
You feel about that?
I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna give you backstory. It is really not a competition, and I'm not saying it in a negative way. Believe it or not, a lot of the information I got to start, like a lot of stuff, I'm gonna give Raymond Hunter
Right.
and Breon Phillips a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Um, Believe it or not, man, it's been a total team thing.
Mm,
I'm gonna say Raymond really was on the ground from day one when I started.
right.
Anything I needed, he kind of gave to me. They
Right.
wasn't doing the tailgate at that extent, but I was just trying to model what they were doing with their foundation. So he
Right.
gave me a lot of information, and anything, it's like it was a shared community. It's like if you got something going on, he tell me, I find something, I tell him, and it kind of just grew like that. Then
Wow.
he brought in some other partners from his fraternity. Like I say, Breon Phillips. Breon turned me on to a lot of stuff. Me and Breon talk all the time. So it's like we kind of mirror each other. So people might look at it as a competition. It's not a competition. It kind of enhances what we do. I love what they're doing on that field. I love what they're doing in the front of the campus, because what I tell people is you got two of the biggest organizations on campus have these massive tailgates. It just brings people to the campus. So I don't look at it as a competition.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Listen, man. Shout out to the Cowboys, man. Shout out to the new team.
Yeah, shout out to Alpha Lam, man. They doing their thing.
Yeah, listen, man. They are really making homecoming. You know what I'm saying? Quite the experience, man. And not only them, because this year the Alphas, you know what I'm saying,
Oh
stepped
yeah,
up.
bro. Believe it or not, man. And people, this is what I think is unique about South Carolina State.
Mhm.
We all kind of work together, and it really helps with me because a lot of them boys came through the cut when I came through. So
Right.
like I say, Breon came through. Can't forget Travis Hollywood. He's a Kappa. Can't forget Monty Stokes. All us came through the cut together. Then you have with the Alphas this year, Ryan. Me and Ryan start talking, and he's younger. I think Ryan might be 07, 08 or whatever, but me and Ryan start talking with the Alphas, and this was their first year. They kind of did it, but we kind of tried to mirror each other. And what we told them is like, yo, we work with the Catholics, we're gonna work with y'all. So whatever we got, y'all got. Whatever. We're trying to build a collective out to where it's an attraction. And,
Got
and it's just like what we say, it's an experience. When you come to South Carolina State for homecoming, it's an experience. Prime example, when the first year we did it, we really ain't knew what we was doing. The second year, when we kind of expanded out and we was really getting our feet under us, we actually came in fourth place on the best tailgate. And that was just our second year. We were out of top 5 tailgates. I don't know if you remember, it was a national game. It was a televised game, and ESPN Go was there. Jay
I
Walker and Tiffany.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tiffany Green.
I remember.
So when I found out it was coming, I just kept hitting them on Instagram like, yo, if y'all on campus, come by the Megas tailgate. We make sure we take care of you. I
Right.
just did it for like a month. Little did I know, they actually came through. So they came through, we fed them, took pictures. They're like, yo, man, I ain't never seen nothing like this. And then about like a week later, when they did their top 5, it's like top 5 tailgates. We came in, I think, that year at number 5. And to me, that was big. It was huge because at the year, North Carolina A&T and FAM were named honorable mention. So I was like, damn, we trending. If we second year, we top 5. And then the year after that, it went from we made top 5 The third year, we end up being top 5 in not tailgating, in homecoming experience.
Wow.
So it kind of built, and with those 2 other organizations helping, this year on HBCU Buzz 2024, South Carolina State was number 1 in homecoming experience.
Number 1. Well deserved, that is. Well deserved. Yeah. Well deserved, that is. And I mean, like I said, man, I give you a lot of credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Homecoming is, in my opinion, homecoming took a hit when they first started what was it? The
game zone.
Game zone. You know,
game zone.
You know what I'm saying? We're complaining about we gotta pay this, gotta pay that, gotta pay this, gotta pay that.
Yeah.
Happens.
And I get the concerns. Because it was like they was not capturing money, I guess, when it was completely open campus. You know, you say you had people who came just tailgate, they weren't buying tickets. So this is what I learned. The game zone was created probably we going on about 15 years into that. I think it was captured to capture the ticket numbers or the attendance numbers for the playoffs. So if we was to actually make the playoffs, they would look at your attendance records for the year. If you had a huge attendance record, that would ensure that you have a home game. What happened is, no matter how attendance record went up, we still never got a home game in the first round of the playoffs. Every time we got a playoff bid, we had to travel. So it was like we were intended for it to do one thing, but it didn't do that. But then the university saw it was a way also they started making money. So they kind of just stayed with it. But I think I'm not in a position to make this decision, but it could be changed. I don't think you could get more traction if you open the campus back up. You can get a lot more traction.
Got you. So that's a perfect segue, man, to my next question, which is, what from your perspective, just from, you know what I'm saying, from you dealing with all of the behind the scenes stuff regarding homecoming and just, you being successful, and well, not only you, but but your team, your staff, the bros, coming to, you know what I'm saying, and given, South Carolina State, not just the alumni, but the doggone current students, giving them a platform to come, a safe space to come party. Now that you've done that, what do you foresee as far as the future? What are some changes you would like to actually see?
Man, I would like to actually see it kind of open up and expand, man. We had the position, man, where you got to think we it's almost like we still succeeding with a hand tied behind our back. And let me do this first. A lot of the things that are going on, there are some other people that's involved with it. I mean, I have to give respect to like Norman Doe and Carlos Ron. They do outside events, but Norm was on the ground from day one. He kind of helped me craft out my vision. Right. And he's always been on the ground with me. So I give them 2 boys a lot of respect because whatever I need, it's a collaboration. And then what I do is I talk to everybody on the campus. I mean, Steve Beatty and like Henry Graham. I got to give him credit. Without Henry Graham saying yes to me, none of that would have happened. Because we was pretty much taking over his tailgate spot. Because he still tailgate, but I knew we would be infringing. But when I asked him, he was like, yo, bro, whatever you need, let's do it. And then, John Rice is always there, and Fred Mack. So I've had a lot of people in the background, but what I see is what I try to tell people. Case in point, we both came for C.A. Johnson. Mm-hmm. Only reason I came to South Carolina State is because I used to come down here in my 12th grade year. I used to come to the campus. I came to homecoming. Mm-hmm. I went to homecoming with me and my homeboys. We came down here. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Right. I ain't never seen that many black people, everybody riding cars. I said, you know what? I don't know what kind of school I can go to, but I want to go here. Right. Homecoming locked it in for me. I'm going to go to South Carolina State. hell or high water, whatever
Right.
way, I'm gonna eventually go there. So
Going.
I was like, what I look at is homecoming now to me is a event that most high school kids, and I'm gonna use my guidance counselor. I'm a guidance counselor too. Most kids make a decision about a HBCU is usually on some type of visit or if they're doing some type of activity on the campus. Most of the time, you're gonna get a lot of influx of kids, high school kids, who making a decision on by how their homecoming experience was if they visited your school.
Right.
So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have hundreds of kids that are on the fence about South Carolina State.
Right.
That when they
Right.
come, it's like, man, I went to the homecoming. Man, it was lit the whole weekend.
Right.
I want to go to school there. Believe
Right.
it or not, since we've been doing homecoming, it's not just directly us, but the university has a lot to do with it. Enrollment applications went up by 100-something%. I think they had over like 15,000 applicants.
Wow.
So South Carolina State don't have a shortage of people who want to go there. We might have a shortage of beds, but they don't have a shortage of kids that want to attend.
Well, they definitely got a shortage of beds.
Yeah, they definitely got a shortage of bed, but that's everywhere. But it's just like I want to see we use those platforms. You got to think about it. Homecoming is HBCU Super Bowl,
Right.
so
Right.
you want to make your Super Bowl the best of anything. So
Right.
if that's what's going to attract kids there, you try to make your Super Bowl the best event possible. So it takes everybody kind of buying into it. I like to see it grow out like an Essence Fest.
Right.
One of the things Norm always said, and he had this plan, and I can't take credit for this. He would love to see that you can come to Orangeburg from Wednesday through Sunday. There's
Right.
something going on for you to. I'm really coming back and getting a true coming home experience.
Right.
You know, Wednesday there's an event going on with the community at large. You know, Thursday there's something going on in the city with the partnerships. Then you got Thursday night with comedy shows, just all kind of different things. It can really grow out, but it takes everybody buying into it.
Right. 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 Listen, man, that's that. One thing that I've seen, man, is that you can do a lot when everybody is on board.
Yeah.
And everybody pull their own weight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when you don't have people who are naysayers, man, who are, the guys who poke holes, guys who poke holes in the ship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like they call them. And so, when you got a team of guys, man, who are not looking at, the egos or who gets the credit, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And I think that we're on a fast pace and we're on a good pace of really watching homecoming turn into something that people in the 90s and 80s. So
I could never imagine this when I left school.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So I'm super excited and it just being there this year, last year, man, taking part in it, and just watching the whole group chats, you know what I mean? And, seeing pictures and just people having a great time, man, and leaving homecoming with a positive experience. And that's what it's all about. So,
man, I'm gonna tell you when I know we doing something right when I get messages from other people from other colleges like, yo, man, they trying to implement and do the same thing at their school. Yeah. Alabama A&M just did it last year. Like the bros got their practice field. They put a sound stage out there. They had a concert. So we built something that other people are modeling. When you got people who are willing to travel from DC, Detroit, just to come to our homecoming, we doing something. We people know what we're doing and how we're doing it. And what I tell people, 2025, it's going to be even better because we the very first homecoming of all HBCUs. We out the gate. We the first one.
Out the gate.
Yeah, we the first one. October the 4th. We the first one out the gate. So everybody coming to Orangeburg.
I'm excited. How do you feel about us playing North Carolina A&T for their homecoming?
I'm excited. I wish they was playing us. I wish they was playing us for our homecoming. But we going there, So they just have to weigh that L up in Greensboro.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
they just have to weigh that L in Greensboro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get bed quicker to cry. That's it.
Yeah. So I feel good about us playing them, man. Give us a chance to go out there and see G-Ho, where everybody always rave about. But
Yeah.
I tell him, I said, I think we got something better than G-Ho. I
Yeah.
think we got something to offer for everybody.
I do. I do. So, let's talk about Homecoming 2. For what people called it, Homecoming 2, the Celebration Bowl.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
we've had the opportunity to visit the Celebration Bowl twice within the last 4 years.
Right.
Coming out victors once. This
Mm-hmm.
year, how do you felt? What are your thoughts about the team, Coach Bear's first year, and them making it to the Celebration Bowl?
You want my real opinion, or you?
So be transparent with your boy.
All right, I'm gonna give you honest, raw opinion, man. I knew that team was trending on something when they knew in house they had something they was working with.
Right.
Celebration Bowl did kind of open my eyes though to a lot of things that I guess that were there that we didn't really pay attention to.
Right. Right.
We ran into a hungry team. I mean,
Right.
them boys. I had one of them little sidelines where you can come down sideline and see the team. Them boys had bad intent when they was on that field warming up. It's like, Jez, you had some bad intent in their heart, bro. It's just like they was there for a reason, and I think they had something to prove. It was coming from under Coach Prime Shadow. They wanted to show that they could be successful without him, and they had a chip on their shoulder. They had something to prove. But I think overall, we were still there, and it took time. I think that time kind of really messed with a lot of stuff. When you got a 3-week
the time they were off the
layoff,
off,
yeah. When you got 3 weeks, it will kill your sharpness. But to Coach Bear's credit, man, they had a phenomenal season. They had a phenomenal season. A lot of people was questioning. It's like these D2 players, all these D2 players, are they gonna listen, man? It ain't no difference in between a D2 player, D3, whatever. You got kids that slip through the cracks, i.e. Caden High. That's their Stanford now.
Right.
Juwan, was it Juwan, the kid that's at USC?
How?
Juwan How.
Yeah.
You have kids that slide through and end up places, and they can show that they're D1 level. It is really, he has a method. He has a way he's going to do things. I'm pretty sure he's going to get it back. What I tell people now, I say, a lot of people worry about what we're going to have going into 2025. I like, as long as you got a quarterback that can spin that ball, you're going to have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And what I tell people, I watched him the 2 years he was at Benedict, and I watched him this year. He hadn't missed on the quarterback.
That's true.
He hadn't missed on the quarterback.
That's true.
He had Eric Phoenix for 2 years. Then he found a quarterback when Eric Phoenix transferred from Benedict. He found a quarterback from Georgia State that took them to another championship.
He did.
So, so he came back with Eric Phoenix, but I don't think he's a good evaluator of talent, and he develops talent.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a real team that can go out and represent us this year. I mean, we just caught a team that just was, it just went that day. It just went that day.
Yeah, like suck somebody suck somebody had to actually lose that game, man. And, fortunately, it was us. But I won't take nothing from that team, man. They had a phenomenal year. MEAC champions. I'm saying, and listen, we are looking forward to what's to come. They are still in the recruiting stages.
And he adds some real pieces. When you look at the kids he signed, people was like, yo, we don't see a lot. Man, he putting together some decent players. He pulling together some quality players for some FCS schools, and even the D2 players he's pulling. What I noticed, they're the top kids at their conference or even at their position or whatever. So they're not just anybody.
Exactly.
So he's pulling in some kids that's gonna come in, that's gonna be hungry. That running back he bringing in, he gonna be hungry to prove that he could do it at this level.
Facts.
He gonna be hungry.
Big facts.
The cornerback, I think I saw y'all do the interview with. he played at South Dakota State.
Right. Right.
So he don't play that. He don't play some real competition.
Yeah. He's played. They listen. They but you know they're not done yet. And some of these kids you might not hear about.
Yeah.
Later.
You might not.
Yeah, because listen, like I was telling people, that first game against FAMU, 3 or 4 of those players we didn't even know was on the team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, you know, but but I appreciate your feedback, man. I know you are well within the mix, man, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm so excited to see what's to come, and you know,
Yeah.
Bulldog Nation is so excited. You guys are pretty much getting prepped for next season. Got a lot going on. You got a lot coming.
Yeah, and what I want to tell people too, man, we're in a good transition. And when I say good transition, a lot of people don't know. Our team has transitioned. It is moving to. It's time for our younger brothers and stuff to give them a chance.
Right.
And that's one of the things. I never intended to do it forever, and
Right.
always had good people around me.
Right.
What I learned is you put people around you for the things you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we transitioned to Damon Rogers. He's
Okay.
Spring '01.
Okay.
He's coached here by Derek Anderson, 95 Zaza. I
Okay.
think they're gonna take it to. I think I've taken it as far as it can go.
Right.
So with the young eyes on it now, you can actually push it to the next level, and that's how it should be. You
Right.
get the foundation set, you get it to the point where you get it as high as it can, and then you take the vision of someone else, and they see some things that you don't necessarily see, and push it even further.
There you go. There you go. Well, while you had the wheel, man, bro, that was a smooth ride, bro. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you, thank you.
You made it one that we didn't mind joining along. And I appreciate you for all you, like I say, man, you and your team, the bros have done for not just myself, but but I think I speak for a lot of other Bulldogs and beyond. People who have to come on campus during those 2 days, and they've had a wonderful time, left with a great experience, and that's just because you guys had the vision, and somebody planted the seed, of course, but it
Yeah,
body to actually carry the ball, and you guys carried the rock. And listen, you you have been scoring ever since. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
And it's just time to pass the pill, man. It's just the overall the theme of bro. We just wanted people to come back and have a good time. That's it.
yeah, hey man,
You know what
you
I mean?
did that, man, and I appreciate. Like I said, man, I really appreciate all you done. For our Bulldog community, man. You got anything, man? Any last words? Any, final saying you want to give Bulldog Nation?
Man, I just want to tell everybody thank y'all for supporting us, man. I mean, y'all didn't have to ride with us. I mean, people ride with us blind and just trust the process. So thank y'all for doing that. Thank you to like I say, man, everybody behind the scenes who was helping. Like I said, Brother Rice, Fred Mack, Damon Rogers, Nakeem Jenkins, Des Haygood. I really want to give credit to my young boys, my
Gotcha.
young brothers. They give me a lot of hell now. They keep me on my toes, but they do have. I think they have the gumption to take it further than what I could do. And I'm smart enough to see it's time to let somebody else younger. I don't want to stifle someone else because they got some creative ideas I might not agree with,
Gotcha.
but we can propel this even further.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, bro. Well, Chris, man, once again, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you for being my first guest in
Man, thank you for having me on.
Bulldog Report. Let's talk, man. It's been a wonderful evening, man. I know it's some playoff games going on, man, and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
oh yeah.
that. But I once again, thank you so much, man. And you guys follow Chris or follow the Zaza Experience.
Yeah.
And you're on Instagram and Facebook, correct?
We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we on TikTok. Whenever TikTok come back, but yeah, we on all. Yeah, I heard it was coming back. So we on all 3 platforms. Just Zasa Alumni Association is on all platforms.
Well, guys, make sure that you make sure that you know what I'm saying, you follow those pages, follow the SESU Bulldog Report on YouTube, and follow the SESU Bulldog Report on Instagram and Facebook, guys. And make sure you like and share. And once again, big shout out to Lost Letterman. Big shout
Oh
out
yeah,
to
thank you.
thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the opportunity. And Chris, you enjoy your evening, brother, and we'll be talking soon. And Bulldog Nations, y'all be safe. Be MLK Day. Okay? Guys,
Yeah,
enjoy
happy MLK Day to
yeah,
everyone.
guys, enjoy yourself, and we out. Appreciate you, Chris.
We out.